Good morning and welcome to another edition of your favorite program, Show the World. I am your host, Okize Chidubem Chrysogonus. The program enlightens and educates you more on issues bedeviling the country. On today's program, we'll be talking about cybercrime, which is an hideous offense and an internet fraud. It has bedeviled and crippled the country's economy. It will interest you that I'm with a chief lecturer from the Department of Computer Science, the Federal Polytechnic Bida, Mr. Alarapi, MA, who is going to lay emphasis on today's topic. But before then, let's go for a short commercials. Stay tuned.
Wakapa, follow! Kitty. Oh, baby. Leave him. He doesn't want overripe things. Dudu by nature. Black is beautiful. Oh, talk to the hand. The baby is black. Ask her. Uche, quickly send me the baby video.
Okay, ma.
Yeah, he's playing. Oh my goodness. He's loving it. Oh, thank you. Welcome. Bye.
Data is oxygen. Glow 4G, the new speed of life. Your number one 4G network nationwide. The very best from Glow, the Grandmaster.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, we're still on the program Show the World, emphasizing or talking more on today's topic, cybercrime. And I once told you that I'm with an educationist from the Department of Computer Science, Mr. Alarape, MA. Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Okay. Sir, cybercrime itself is a hideous crime, in fact, mostly indulged by 21st century youths. Now, the issue here is, why did they engage in this cybercrime, or what is this cybercrime itself?
Okay, thank you very much. Cybercrime actually is an electronic crime. It has to do with IT, and because most of our youth nowadays, they loved working with IT gadgets. I mean, when I say IT, I mean information technology gadgets. So we discovered that they find it easily, an easy toy to work with and easily used to make a lot of money, when it's in the negative way. And when this is done, they enter into the crime. A lot of it on the internet. And I think the reason why most of them engage in it is because of laziness and lack of proper upbringing.
Okay, you say laziness and lack of proper upbringing. Now, our country today, we're suffering from economic holocaust. Now, what do you think? We have people, graduate, unemployed. Don't you think that this is the main issue of 21st century youth indulging in this crime, unemployment?
Actually, unemployment can actually be a cause, but we can't actually regard it as an original cause. Simply because if a child is unemployed, a graduate is if somebody graduates and is unemployed, and is having proper upbringing from home, you discover that such a person will still find it difficult to enter into a crime. Because a crime against humanity is a crime against oneself, which actually will be recorded negatively against you with God. So if somebody from a good home background, you discover that the person will actually go away from such a thing.
Okay, sir, you said somebody from a good home background.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a friend.
Yes.
He's from a good home, but he vowed that he's not going to indulge in this crime. But 2 years staying at home, no employment. Then his friends that are in the business or in the wire, so to say, because that is the word they use, wire. His friends that are in the wire business introduced it to him because of he has stayed 3 years, and without hesitation he entered. What can you say about it?
Thank you very much. Actually, that reminds me also that peer pressure can also be a cause. You understand now?
Yeah.
Peer pressure plus poverty, and in addition, poverty. Because even if our graduates have not been employed and they are still being maintained by their parents, the parents will not answer once a student graduates, simply because he has not. Once you have not gotten job or gainfully employed, it means that you still need your parents. If they are okay, if they are well to do. So peer pressure can also come up. But the only thing is that you discover that somebody who is well brought up, who has a good religious training, will still not indulge in what is evil, no matter how heavy the pressure is. You understand? There are so many other things, although they may not fetch greatly like this shortcut we fed them. That are very normal, and they are very clean, and they are rewarding. Like fetching water, you don't need to actually do exactly what you have gone to school to study if the job in that line is not coming up. You understand now? So you can actually be managing with some things. Farming, you don't need much to farm. You just need a piece of land, and also some simple tools to work with. If you know somebody who is from a religious background, a very good background, will still not want to do evil to others. And that's why they will, no matter how heavy the prayer, they will not go there. Thank you very much.
Now, the positive side. Now, Nigerian economy is suffering.
Thank you.
We have unemployment. We have the average ones. They find themselves unable to eat. The only ones that can get food and put on their table are the politicians, those who have a lot. Yes. But the middle and the low class citizens, they don't have anything.
So what we are saying is that anyone who want to enter into an internet crime, must possess that IT knowledge. That IT knowledge from them is what to be used in a positive way for the country. The country can set up an IT center, cybercrime security center, because those who have the crime, it's very easy for them to be able to know how to tackle those who are, like for example, somebody who has been into the crime for long in Ghana, for example, who is saying that, are you okay? The same criminals, they can know how to tackle anyone coming from outside easily. So they can use it in a positive way, gather them, equip them, and then let them apply the knowledge of that crime in a positive way to be able to track down any incoming criminals. And they will be defending so many GDP wastage that actually will be wasted into another country. So that's what I'm trying to say. Using it in a positive way, using this knowledge that these criminals have attained, using it in a positive way, but not to actually siphon somebody else's money, sweat without authority.
Okay, thanks, sir. We'll be going for a short commercials. Just stay tuned. Thank you.
737. You coulda be a palm wine topper, a teacher, a rapper, a schoolboy or a school girl or a trader, a bank MD, a chairman or a baker. 737. Whatever you do, wherever you are, there is an easy way for everyone. And it all begins with 737. 737. 737.
Welcome back. Still on your program, Show the World, discussing about cybercrime. And I have a guest here, Mr. Alarape MA from the Department of Computer Science. Okay, sir, still on the issue of cybercrime. Now, we have our politicians. They siphon our money, but they don't use it for the development of the country. They siphon our money, they take it to other country. And it's a crime. And the federal government see no reason of imprisoning those people. But now the one that the youth are doing to help themselves and also to develop the country economy. Now they build houses, they buy cars, they sell, and all sorts of things. Don't you see that this act they engage themselves in helps the country compared to the one siphoned by a politician? They use it to go out, they take it outside, spend on their ladies and the likes.
Actually, there's no way you can use a crime to help yourself. I'm taking you from the statement the youth use it to help themselves. Okay. Yes, and they are using it because when you help yourself through illegal means, it will have a negative consequence. Yes, and now it may not be now, but it will be later. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, in Nigeria now, politicians are the ones that are actually in the forefront of the corruption. Yes, and now, and our country is so backward to the extent that if we are in a system like that of North Korea litigate that any corrupt politicians should be hanged, okay, should be killed dead by hanging. If such a thing is actually brought into the country, and some people who are actually taken as scapegoat And I want to believe that even our politicians will stop that.
Yeah.
But because there is nothing checking there, there is no law checking there. But the best would have been our government should actually bring these youth together. Look at their areas of strength, like the internet knowledge they have that they are using to perpetrate this cybercrime. Are you okay? Then use it in the positive way. Just I continue telling you, I'm an IT expert. I'm a CPN member. In CPN, a Computer Professional Education Council of Nigeria. There are ways that you can actually detect the capability of an individual. I mean, we mean human capital now.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes,
when you bring in this human capital, and there are a lot of investment that can use it to create. Our government is not actually exploiting that area. And the youth, they will do better there. These people that are engaging in crime, they will do better there if they are taken. But they were not taken there.
And the last question before we go. Now you've profiled solution to the for the government. What about the youth that engage in these acts? What can you tell them?
The youth that are engaged in this act, they should rather know that whatever is bad is bad. So the best is that this youth should be awareness should be created for them. Are you okay? As to know that these are part of wealth that are pliable, and these are part of wealth that are not pliable. Are you okay? And after getting that done, what should now be done is that in schools too, entrepreneurship programs are also being introduced. Some of these trainings, maybe somebody studied mass communication, but when he gets out, he graduates, he couldn't see mass comm job. Now instead of going to cybercrime, he can actually get him or herself engaged in one of the entrepreneurship education that he has learned, maybe badly. You see, when you want to get rich, you don't care about where you start. There are people that have started with packing shit for people, and they are now today they have a lot of companies. You understand now? So, but our youth used to look for what? They don't want to start with
They want
quick money.
fast
I think there has to be a way. So our religious leaders too, our imams, our pastors, they have to also come in. All our mosques, all our churches, they have to be preaching well, so that these people with God's spirit in there, they can be able to get away from it. Otherwise, without God's spirit, with the way Nigeria is going, cybercrime will continue to be on high.
That is it on today's program. Thank you, Mr. Alarape, MA, for educating us and enlightening us on cybercrime. It's good to have a discussion with you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now we've come to the end of today's program. On behalf of the production crew, I am Okize Chidubim Crisogonus. Meet us, same time, same station. Thanks and remain blessed.
ẹbí mi kọ́ pé mo lọ́lá o Olúwa ló fún mi lọ́mọ o na Jehovah dey bless me o make you no dey hate me I no get your time o na Baba God dey bless me o make you no dey hate me I no get your time o na 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 na. Mo ga ju ayé lọ o, ẹ ò lè rí mi mú, ẹ̀yin kọ́ lọ́lọ́run mi, ẹ jẹ́ ń ṣe tèmi à, I'm higher than the world, no go get me o, ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ́lẹ́dàá mi, ẹ jẹ́ ń ṣe tèmi à, make I live my life, instead make you dey pray, you dey carry my gist around o.